setup for the Auckland HOG Chapter ride to the annual general meeting that was held in May. We're riding from BP North, heading up to the Salty Dog Inn in Snells Beach. This is around about 30 plus bikes, getting ready to ride on out. Turned out to be a beautiful Sunday. The weather forecast said that it was not going to be such a day. It turned out to be quite wrong. As you can see, beautiful day for riding. We're just forming up here at, I don't know, I think it was about 10:30 in the morning. Getting ready to pull out, head up on the motorway, and then a short little detour around Waitaki way through Waiwera, and then straight up State Highway 1 past Puhoi, Warkworth, and then straight to Snells Beach. Not a terribly far run, something like about 60 something k's. Anyway, let's watch the start off. Just like that, we're already heading off the motorway. This is now getting off at Silverdale, because you can't just have a motorbike ride and just go in a straight line, can you now? You've got to have a bit of a cross-country element, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're heading up now towards Dairy Flatway. We're going to be heading down to a place called Waitaki, but didn't come without its own little bit of fun. We lost a big chunk of the riders at some point along here, where a corner which was marked as we cleared it ended up not being marked any longer, and a slower group at the rear ended up having to not quite making a turn that they should have, and carried right on along down what turns into a gravel road, and that was a bit of an unpleasant experience for, I think, about seven or so motorbikes. I was riding pillion today, had my wife on the back, and we were clever enough to stay with the main bunch and enjoyed a pretty pleasant ride. The weather was amazing, and this here was a little road that we hadn't been on before. This is the corner, straight ahead there, gravel road. Turn right, it's all good. You head right up to Waiwera. So there was a slower moving bunch behind us, about 6 or 7 bikes ended up going straight ahead back at that corner. Big mistake, don't ever do that. This is now heading up past through Orewa, heading up towards the Waiwera Hill. This used to be a fabulous getaway spot. There was a lovely hot pools complex around here, but due to mismanagement and shady dealings, the place went bust, and which is a real shame, because it was a very enjoyable outing for decades for many Aucklanders. Anyway, we came down the hill here on the other side, heading down to the Waiwera side of the hill. Regrouped at the bottom, and at that point one of my HOG buddies, Boz, pulled up alongside, and he was pretty keen to get on camera, so I think we might see him having a little bit of a wave in a short spell as we stop to regroup and wait to regather riders that have fallen behind a little bit. Yeah, Boz kind of caught me by surprise actually when we came to a stop just around the corner here. I thought he was trying to tell me something, that there might have been a problem of some kind with the bike, but it wasn't that at all. He was just pretty excited and keen to get on the camera. So this one's for you, Boz. Enjoy your moment, mate. We're all pals here. just like that, we're off again. Heading up the hill this time past the Wendohome Regional Park and heading up towards Puhoi now. Did quite a bit of slice and dice of this because there's a whole lot of roads that look more or less the same. It's a pleasant ride. A lot of greenery, as always. The New Zealand North, we don't really get winters where the trees lose a whole bunch of their leaves. It stays green pretty much all year round, so it's kind of nice. Doesn't create so much leaf fall on the road either, which also makes for pleasant riding conditions, experiences. This is headed along the main, this is the main highway north, would you believe? It's not really what you call a highway. This is State Highway 1, but it's pretty much a one-lane road that heads mostly like this with a couple of overtaking lanes, such as these here, for short periods, but generally it's not the greatest road, heading right up to the very top of the North Island. But anyway, it is what it is. We've gone past Warkworth now and heading along towards our final destination at Snells Beach, where the AGM is going to be held at a place called the Salty Dog. There's no more corners to mark, so we're sitting in third spot behind the road captain, our director Camo, and we are coming up pretty soon and towards civilization, where there's some houses and whatnot, and the Salty Dog Inn is just right up here on the right hand side. Liquor store at the front, and down we go. I've never been here before, but it turns out you can turn left right there by that grass verge to head directly to the park, or you can follow the road captain down this bumpy, gravelly, pothole-filled bloomin' driveway to swoop in front of the inn, the establishment, at which point I saw there were better options over in the car park where some of the other riders are now heading. To the left there, that is a parking spot, but it's not like tar seal, it's a whole lot of gravel, so that just head straight over the way here and slot in with a few other people. So as always with motorbikes, you just kind of organically slot in where you can, try not to run into anybody else. There's a spot there, just let one dude just go right in front of me. Thank you very much, and here we go, parking the bike. That's it, AGM time. Hope you enjoyed. Ride safe, make good decisions. See you next week.